What's up, everybody? You are now listening to Save It for the Booth, where opinions meet truth and lies get the boot. With your girl Cocaine and Punk. All right, we're going to get into this season. It's Season Sunday pod. Actually, it's Secret Sunday pod. Right? Sitting over secrets. Here. Yo, okay, we're not doing that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. It's your girl Cocaine sitting right here next to my big homie, Punk. I thought she was gonna say who you was. Sitting right here to the homie Punk. And it's been how long has it been since we've been here?
Too long.
Too long. Because Punk got a busy schedule, y'all. But we going to get into this podcast.
Just like a woman.
He got he got some heat protruding from his cells. I can feel it. You know, he been holding on to some stuff. So
yes, indeed.
we going to get into Save It for the Booth, right? Because he been hitting the text message.
I've been saving this shit for the booth for a couple weeks now. He
been hitting the text thread pretty heavy. So, I mean.
You lose there, too, just so you know.
But you know what's so funny? I lose there too, and you the main one that always talk about female and male competition, and you competing with me?
That's because we friends. It's a difference.
Is it though?
Yeah.
How is
How's
it
different being friends?
And you competing? I'm still a female though, so.
You a friend. I don't look at you like.
What?
Like a. I don't want to say like a female, but you're a friend.
I'm also a female though, right?
Right, but we don't have that type of energy.
Okay.
So it's a little different.
We'll get to that, but listen, I gotta talk about this post. So Punk, he posted something in the group chat, right? Because he been on this male empowering move, right? So I came up with the term. I call my boy a menimist, right? Like a feminist, but he's a menimist because he for his homies. He for the guys.
For us.
And it's cool. So he posted, mature women study their king so they can give him what he want without him asking. Shit is rare, but it exists. So somebody posted that. He put it in the group chat. What's your point?
Because she decided to caption it, where these men at? The post ain't about men. It's about women. I don't understand why it's that constant battle that, oh, it ain't no men out here that do. We not talking about the men right now. Can we just talk about the women? But y'all don't like that, do y'all?
Rather you look at it as a competition or not, the fact around it is that it's true. We can move on.
What's true?
The post.
When women study their
post, that was true.
I have no issue with that.
And
her caption ain't
was true.
It's not true. Why is her caption true?
What man do you know? Do you think that a man studies a woman as much?
See? As much. That's a competition thing. Why? We ain't in competition. Men study women? Yes.
It don't have to be a competition.
Do men study women? Yes.
Not as much though.
No,
and that's
y'all
the thing.
hate that men don't study y'all the way y'all think they should. We study,
and that's
as
it.
terrible as this sound, men study women and get exactly what they want most times.
Oh, I know.
So y'all have to be studied for that.
The way we study
that shit don't feel good, do it.
Oh,
and the way we study women is different.
That
we different species. But we study y'all.
I'm okay with whatever the reality is about how a man study a woman.
But we study
and
y'all.
Do all of that stuff.
Do we study y'all?
Not in the way, and that's the point. That's the point that I'm making, and I think that's the point that this female was making. It's not about how y'all study us, because y'all do study us differently.
The post wasn't about how we study y'all. It wasn't. It was about women studying men. It was not about how we
y'all
study
not studying us.
No, the post wasn't.
All right, calm. Cool you just.
I'm calm. I'm just, you see how it's all.
Because I mean, I know
creating
you
a competition.
I know you.
You use words like as much. That's a competition.
Because
you're not
I'm
as
going
good
off
as me.
Of the post.
That's competition.
The post, the caption, right? So where the men at that do that?
They
If
exist.
you think about a woman and how a woman will study her man and know certain things that he needs or likes or reminds him to do X, Y, and Z, y'all niggas don't do that.
We don't do what?
What I just said.
Remind women to do X, Y, Z.
Whatever it is, if
Why do
we
I
in a
gotta remind
relationship,
you if you studied me and you know?
do you understand? You're not following what I'm saying.
I'm
So
trying to.
you and your wife, right?
Right.
How? But see, I don't want to get into that because you are a different type of man
We
with
can get into it. We could
with the
use
energy
me.
that you hold.
We could use me.
No,
Whatever you want to do.
because you have it
Cause
wouldn't
I
be
ain't that
fair.
nigga.
It
That's
wouldn't be
why.
fair to use
And
you.
y'all hate seeing that. Cause then the competition shit, it really don't work out. Cause it's like, oh, you don't do that, so I can't really say that. Cause yeah, I
Because
know, I
I'm
get it.
not trying to put all niggas in the same box,
That's
right?
what y'all doing. When
I'm
she
not trying
say
to
where
put,
the
but it's
men at that's
true.
do that, is either this, you ain't trying to do it or it's true. Which one is
It
it?
is true, but and not in every
Which one is it?
situation. I'm not gonna put
So it
dudes
ain't
in the
no good
same
niggas out here.
box. Does that
Unless they
make him
got
a
female
bad
energy.
dude? Does
It
that
ain't
make
no
him a
good niggas
bad
out
dude?
here. I don't know the way the post
You
sound.
just
Where
said
the
that.
man that do this. That's like it ain't no good niggas.
That don't make him a bad dude if
What do
he
it
ain't
make them?
studying
So
his
then,
girl
so
or
why bring
whatever
it
it
up?
is.
So why bring it up?
Obviously, it's something of importance. I just told you it has to stem from a place of emptiness that she's lacking. If a woman and any female
Oh, so
is
she lacking.
posting, if any female is posting something that's in absence of a man, whereas a man ain't doing this or a man ain't doing that, yeah, it has to come from a place of void where she's not getting something that she feel like she want or need. That's it. Why is it a competition? Because women feel like we do more than y'all.
Oh shit. Wait, what? Run that by me one more time. I ain't
We
understand that one. Hold on,
we
you
do
gotta
more
break
than
that shit
y'all.
down one more
We do
time
more
for me.
than y'all. We are more
In what
thoughtful.
world?
We are more
In what
thoughtful.
world? Y'all do more than us in what sense?
We are more
You
thoughtful.
still hear the competition, all right?
We are more
We do
thoughtful.
more than y'all.
We do.
You see the
We
competition?
do.
You see the
I
competition?
don't feel like it's a competition though,
Why is
because
it about more or
what
less?
makes it a competition is if
You
I'm
feel like you
sitting
doing more.
here. If I'm sitting here complaining about me having to do more, the reality is, yes, women do more. We are more thoughtful when it comes down to a lot of things.
Okay, so y'all thoughtful.
We have our place. We
Yeah.
have our place
So
just like
why is
y'all
it
have
more or
y'all
less?
place.
Cause that's like a
Listen,
nigga saying we do more. Why? Cause I change tires. I take your car to get the oil changed. I pump your gas.
and be that as it may,
But that don't. Why does that mean somebody doing more?
bro, we do
Why we
more.
can't?
It's the
Why we just not
reality
balancing each other?
of
You see the competition? Why we just not balancing each other?
it's it's just it's the role that we play.
Y'all
And
play a role to do more.
it don't necessarily have to be a competition because women do things by like nature more than y'all do. Y'all, and that's just what it is. Yes, more. We do.
But you don't see the competition.
It doesn't have to be a
Any,
competition.
it's,
It
that's
don't
what
have to
you're
be a
making
competition.
it.
No.
When you say
I think
more,
your brain is
it's
making
not.
it
It's not
into
my
something that is
brain.
not.
It's not my brain. It's life. Because once you say I'm more, I'm bigger, I'm better, you're lowering someone else.
No, I don't have to lower nobody else
Yeah,
because you're
that's
where
exactly
you
what
are.
happens.
You are where you are already. I
So we
don't
already
have to-
low. That's what you're saying. Either way, however you want to slice it, you're lowering men.
I don't have to lower a man if I
That's
feel
what you're
that
doing, though.
I know my role and my man knows his role. So if
So why
I'm
is a role
doing
more
these
than another one?
things, because a man is a man and a woman is a woman. We just built that way.
Right, we're built to have different roles, but that don't
Okay.
mean one is more than the other. See, that's what I'm trying to get people
You're
like you to
making this
understand.
no, you
It's
are
not a.
making this something that is not.
That's what it is, though. When you have the world telling you, "Oh, if I got this, then a nigga got to bring this much, cause I ain't gonna be doing more than he doing," and I. That's what it is. I'm not making it that. That's what the world is doing. It's killing us, though. Do you not see that?
I'm living well. I'm thriving. I don't know
I'm.
what you talking about.
I'm.
Yeah, because I can't
I'm.
control
The
the thought
world ain't built
process.
on
I
I'm.
cannot control the thought process of
Can you
other
reproduce by
people.
yourself?
Do you understand what I'm
Can
saying?
you reproduce by
That's
yourself?
not what we talking about.
That's absolutely what we
Don't
talking about.
patronize me.
I'm not.
You
That's
are.
absolutely what we talking about.
What
Because it's not a I world that we live in. You
I'm
can't
sitting
build
next to
family
you.
and
I understand
relationship.
that.
It's not about me either. You can't build
That
family,
was
relationship,
that was
all that stuff
sarcasm.
in a I world. It don't work like that.
Are you done?
Not if you don't get it.
There's nothing for me to get because again, I cannot control the thought process of somebody, just like you cannot. So the way the world that I live in, how I see things from my view, from my mind's eye, does not hinder me. You understand what I'm saying? I don't need to see things the way that you see things.
You
And
don't.
I feel like that's a struggle for you.
No, you don't have to see it the way I see it.
It seems like it's a struggle for you and
But
I
you see how
don't
you
I
don't
don't
answer
feel
the
like you
questions.
understand because it's redundant
In
and
what
you're not gonna
family world
patronize
does
me.
I work? Tell me, because that's what I'm trying to get at. It's a breakdown between black men and women. This is the reason why. Because of the I, because of the competition. Why is it like that?
But you have
Why
to
can't you
understand.
balance me the way I balance you? Is no, you're bigger than me, I'm bigger than you, I do more than you do less than me. No, we make shit work. You
You
do
are
you, I
putting.
do me.
Oh, okay, and I'm
But we
okay with
balance
that.
that. So there's no more or less.
Listen to what I'm saying, Linda. You
There's
for
no
for
more
some
or
reason,
less.
and that's cool for you to have that perspective, that viewpoint. That's okay. I don't have to have that
You
viewpoint, but I'm
don't.
not saying that I'm better than my man or
That's
higher than my
exactly what
man.
you just said.
No, I
I do
said
more
I
than
do
him.
more. I
I do
do.
more than him.
Most women do
You do less than
more.
me. According to who? You don't even know most women. So where do you come with that?
The women that I know, and I know quite a few.
Quite a few. What you know, like 100
No, I'm just
in a
yeah,
bucket of how many billions?
possibly. But when you look at even
That's like
based
me
off
saying a
of,
man I know don't.
but you do say that all the time. You when you categorize stuff when it comes to men and good men, you talk about the dudes that you know, but
But that has nothing to do with
you
the
also
world.
delete the men that you don't know that aren't good
Like you deleting the
men.
women that you
I'm
don't know
not.
that don't do more.
I just said most women, right? I
You
don't
don't know
know.
most
I
women.
don't. I
So
don't.
then you can't say that.
But you do you get what I'm saying though? Because
No.
when you use that word box, that voice box that you got, when words come out your mouth,
Yeah.
you oftentimes
Getting the full of shit in
you
this out.
oftentimes make it a whole thing of men as if you put all these men in a box like it's every guy, and it's not. When we talk about the differences between men and women, then you got to understand. I understand, like, you don't know all guys, but you somehow, last pod, you make it seem like, you on this Menimist tip where, like, there's good men out here. And I'm not saying, and I never said that there was not.
I'm on this Menimist tip. Look
You
at how you
are.
talk. You're on this Menimist tip
You
where
are.
you act like there's good men out here.
No, I
What? As
said
if it isn't
all.
any.
All. No,
That's not what you just said.
I said you act like all men out here are good. Like
That's
there's
not what
all
you
good
said.
men out here.
That is
But
not
you
what you
know what I'm
said.
talking about.
That
You
is not
act
what
like
you said.
every man out here
No, I
is.
do not.
But that's how it was the last pot.
No, I
So
act
when
like
I
all
say,
men ain't trash. Because
and I
all men
never
ain't
said,
trash.
and I never said that they were.
But when you got posts like that, where the men are like this, as if don't none exist.
Nothing has to diminish the character or role or value of a man unless he allows it to.
That's what they're trying to do, though.
Like that's it.
what it's doing.
So how do you
And I'm not even a minimist how you think, where I
You a
just
minimist,
want
nigga.
men to. No, I want
You
it
a
to be
minimist.
equal. Stop trying to make us less to make you feel like more.
I'm just, in my opinion, I
Stop
do.
trying to battle us. We ain't here
I
for
don't
that.
want to battle y'all though. Like I said, I know my
The majority
role.
of women do, though.
I know my role, and I'm okay with the role that I have because I know I
'Cause you
do
know it's
things
more.
naturally.
'Cause
Yes,
you know it's more.
it is, and I'll say it again for the people,
Such a sad point of view.
and that's okay. You don't have to be. emotionally imbalanced off of my point of view.
I ain't.
But
I
you over
ain't.
here shaking your head, taking deep
Cause I
breaths,
think
cause
it's
you
sad.
like,
That's
and
all.
that's
It ain't
okay.
messing with my
That's
emotions though.
okay. It's not, cause when we done, he finna go make a Facebook post about it, getting in his
Yeah.
emotions
So
and
you can
feelings. It's
comment.
sad. I'm not
I'm with all that
commenting. I'm
shits.
not going back and forth with
I'm with
you.
all that shits.
I'm not. But listen, that's cool, right? We gonna end that because that's just too much for my
Y'all like competition.
female energy. But no, I do. I have a serious question though, right? Me and my girls was talking, and a lot of women that are attractive wonder if, and I have to ask like the guys and all that. Like I need to know, right?
Wonder why
Do
they
you
single.
do you feel like women that are less attractive are more likely to get married or engaged to than women that are more attractive? Don't speak all at once.
I don't know. However, I'm a lean
There
towards
we go.
yes.
There we go. Right.
I'm a lean towards yes.
Okay. Elaborate, please.
I feel like they probably think
They who?
the women who are viewed unattractive by, I'm guessing, women. Because if a man messing with her, he
Well,
probably
I'm
thinks she
asking you
attractive for
as a
some reason.
man.
But she probably treats her man different than a woman who's attractive, who can pick any man she feel like she want. So she's not gonna do certain things for her man. She's not gonna act certain ways towards him. She's not gonna make him feel like a man. She's gonna probably try to belittle him, or I can go do this. I ain't
Okay,
gotta
so
be
let's talk
here. Can
about.
I finish?
I want to,
Can
cause
I
I want to
finish? Can I
separate the
finish?
two. Yeah.
Don't ask me to explain and
No,
then cut me off.
well,
Let
because
me
I
finish.
wanted you to explain one side
So
first.
I'm explaining my side. And I feel like the women who are unattractive, they might pay a little bit more attention to the man that they got. They might try to help him progress in certain things or his career or businesses because maybe they don't feel like they can have any man they want. So they gonna value the one that they do have.
Is it my turn?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Why? So, speaking about the woman that is more attractive, are you saying like she might have more options?
That's
So,
exactly what I said. She feel like she can pick whoever she
so
want.
she's not going to treat him good because of
That's
that?
what I said.
Right. Okay. I'm just.
Because they feel like, oh, I don't got to deal with this, that. Oh, you can't do that. I can get this from anybody. I'm gonna go. Yeah,
So more attractive women have more options than a less attractive woman.
naturally.
Hmm. Interesting. So we kind of we've kind of gathered that, and coming from a woman that's attractive, right? Me,
Based on whose standards?
mine.
Okay.
I'll say that the accuracy on having options is very true. I don't think that.
Because you can have a nigga that'll give you everything you want and be like, well, I just ain't ready yet. Because you going to think that nigga waiting around or he'll always be there. Or you got all these other niggas that you trying to filter through.
Yeah, but I feel like, I mean, yes, I'm gonna stick to this before I even move forward to anything else. But that's when you have options, is your choice to choose. What you feel best suits you. That's how it is. But I don't think that because I'm an attractive woman, not even think, because I'm an attractive woman, I'm not gonna mistreat a man
Who said you
or
mistreating them?
belittle him, because you had mentioned that, right? You
Yeah.
mentioned belittle him and
Hmm.
things like that. That's just not a part of like my nature, right? And I don't know every beautiful woman in the world,
You're a
but
singular person.
there are attractive women that treats men well and still don't get kept or chosen.
So are you treating him as well as you think then?
That will have to, I mean, it depends on the communication level, because how would you know if he don't say anything?
You know when he ain't with you no more. I mean, I don't really know how you want me to explain that.
I'm
I've
just
dated
saying.
I've dated attractive women and they ass was not what they needed to be.
But okay, so even still with this, because that was like a easy question. I feel like you kind of played it safe with that, which is cool. But
Safe.
yeah, you played it safe. You played it a
I
little
answered
safe.
it truthfully how
But
I
you
felt.
played it really. What you think, Deuce? That's short for producer. What you think? He
Oh yeah,
he played it safe, right?
you was a little safe.
Was I? I just answered how I felt.
Okay, there you go with them feelings. But
Yeah, that's
cool.
that's
Yeah, that's what
what
you
we
did.
typically go off of, right?
Sure.
Hmm.
Anyways, there was a topic that you posted or somebody else posted and I shared it about knowing how to love a man.
Hmm.
So since we was talking about this and you talk about a woman, an attractive woman and a less attractive woman, right? We talking about loving somebody,
Yeah.
right? Unconditionally or loving a man, right? So that's what the
Men aren't
post
loved unconditionally. But carry on.
are women.
The competition. I ain't say nothing about
But
women.
I'm
I
a
said
woman, so I
because
want to
you just
know.
said the post was about men and being loved. Now you want to bring it back. That's what I'm talking. Stop. We talking about men
Okay,
not being
I
loved
still want to
properly.
know.
So can we
I still wanted to know the answer to that though. You could
to
just say yes
what?
or no and move on.
To
And we can
what?
keep going back. I said are women.
Yes.
Okay. So men aren't loved unconditionally. Explain.
When you have women who say you got to bring XYZ to the table. Well, I literally I know people who's like, I got a degree in this and I make this. And if he ain't matching, then what? So it's based on how much money you make. Okay. Then you got women who, I've been dating this man and the sex ain't good. So you need me to keep going?
But
Because
does
there's
those
any of this
things
unconditional
mean
love.
so define unconditional love?
Come on. You know what unconditional love mean. We're not going to play that
It's
game.
not for me though, it's for the
We're not
people.
going to
Some
play that
people might
game.
not
So
know.
you describe it.
No, I'm asking you because we talking about a man being loved unconditionally. So as a man, what does unconditional love look like to you? That's all I'm asking.
Loving me for me, flaws and all.
Okay.
It's no different than how a woman feel.
Don't come with that
You
competition.
wanna be. It's not. You wanna be loved, flaws and all. So does a man. So you
Okay.
needing an explanation. It's like go off how you feel, what you know. You want a man to love you regardless of your bullshit and all of that.
So
The
you want a
same for
woman.
men.
Okay. But we're talking about men, right? So not we ain't talking about women, right? This is what you've been praising the entire time. So I'm just trying to get your viewpoint, Punk, right? The
Unconditionally,
post was saying,
not without condition. Unconditionally.
which
Yes, I have
means
flaws.
okay.
We all do. Love me through my flaws. If you can't, cool. But when the ugly chick come scoop me up and I'm a better nigga down the line and you feel like why I choose her, don't be mad.
So
Cause you didn't want to love me
if I'm
unconditionally.
in a relationship with somebody and I say that they not smashing me right and I go out and smash somebody else, does that mean that I love my nigga less? Does that mean that I'm treating him any different? Does that even mean that nigga know or gonna find out?
Oh yeah, according to you, it ain't cheating unless you get caught.
I'm just saying.
However, yes.
How when he don't know? I'm still doing whatever it is that I was doing to make him feel like
That's like saying
he
what
was
make men ain't
he
shit.
was number
Cause
one,
a lot of
right?
shit they do, women don't even know they done did it.
He was number one, right? All my niggas they
Was
feel
he
like
number
they
one?
number one. I make all my niggas feel like they number one,
That's
right?
what you do.
Yeah. They all think that they start in line. Whatever the best player is on any team, that's my niggas, right? That's who they
Hmm.
are. So if I'm able to successfully do that, and I love all these niggas, right? Just saying, right?
This is coming from an attractive woman.
If I love all these niggas, right? And I make them all feel equally loved, and I'm playing my role and I'm doing whatever it is I need to do for this nigga, he's happy. And then I go to my next nigga, he's happy. All my niggas are happy. Does that mean that I love them any less? I'm not treating them no different. If they need me, I'm there. Whatever it is that I've been doing to
So
successfully like succeed in this relationship, I'm continuously doing it. Does that mean that I don't love them unconditionally?
here's the issue with that.
If they don't know.
Here's the issue with that. What happens when you gotta choose between one or the other when some shit when they need you?
Like they gonna need me at the same time?
Yeah.
That's how you that's you know, that's when you start playing ball.
So you done fucked up, right?
No, that's
Because
when you
you
start
can't love
playing
them all the
ball.
same when you gotta make them choices. You can't.
If you
It's
know,
gonna be one or the other.
you gotta know what you're doing.
It's gonna be one or the other.
You just gotta know what you're
So
doing.
you can't be loving them all the same. Yes, you're gonna love one of them less.
But would they know? Only I would know.
So if a nigga cut you off because you wasn't there, you remember loving basketball?
It ain't about me.
You remember loving basketball? And she went to go hoop. Instead of going there, she had to go to bed. She had curfew. And then she seen them with the hoe at Burger King.
But they always come back. Because what he do? He went back.
She seen them with the hoe at Burger King, right?
But they always come back.
See how she was hurt?
Don't matter.
She drew a line.
Let's reel it in. What topic we on right now?
Loving somebody unconditionally.
She trying to get loopholes around
There's no
loving
loophole.
unconditionally. I can love all y'all the same.
I can't.
It ain't unconditional, baby.
How would they know?
You're not gonna love a person unconditionally.
But how would they know? That's what I'm
You
saying.
you done expressed that already.
If you don't know.
You've already expressed that you don't love unconditionally.
Anyways.
You have. You don't even realize it.
Okay. I mean, hey.
I'm low key mad y'all skated past that last topic. That was gonna be a good.
Because he's a safe goat.
I'm not. I answered.
I've asked that question about like men and women like getting married, beforehand or however I asked that question, right?
So, in your opinion, are you saying that it's a lot of wives out here that's not very attractive? Is that what does that
Yeah.
question allude to that?
Yeah. I would say that, honestly, my opinion is that I've seen that less attractive women get proposed to or married before a more attractive woman.
The world's so fucked up.
But it is,
The
but it
world
don't
is so
matter though.
fucked up.
That's the reality of what it is.
You
And when
wanna
I
know why
say
it's
it,
fucked up?
and when I no, because when I say that you play shit safe like you do, like you have this perfected mindset when the reality is you're human just like everybody
I'm
else.
very human.
We've seen that happen, and I'm not against any of it. It kind of just is what it is, and I don't disagree with the treatment aspect of it, right? Because as a woman that is more attractive, yeah, she do got options. So yeah, why would I sit here and deal with this when I ain't got to? When I got 5 more or 6 more others that I can choose from and decide which one I want? Because if you not treating me right or how I feel like I need to be treated or giving me what I want, yeah, I got the choice to move around.
Now that lady married, right? But you want to be married. But that lady married. But you out here playing with options.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
Then don't
see,
complain
I
about
I'm
complain
not.
about how a nigga treat you. No, don't complain about niggas ain't shit. Cause the shit you describing ain't shit.
But this is the reality of how things are, and
It is absolutely the reality. So when y'all be however old, not married, talking about where the men at like this, you was too busy playing the field, and that ugly woman snatched up the nigga that was paying attention to her and treating her right, and she was doing the same thing for him.
So understand this though, because then we could take this right back to like the expectations and lowering your standards or having standards or not having standards. Because a woman that's less attractive may not have a certain amount of standards that a woman that is more attractive.
Why do
right?
you think that?
I said may.
Why do you think
I'm gonna
that?
tell you why.
The main fuck up is that beauty isn't about eye of the beholder,
Shut
regardless. So
This
a
nigga,
nigga,
here
you
is
could feel like
blowing my
you
mind
could feel
right
like
now.
you could feel like a chick unattractive. That don't mean that nigga do. Everybody ain't gonna think
I'm
every
not
woman is
saying that,
attractive.
bro. I'm not saying that at all. But the reality
but that's the
of
problem.
what,
You might think that woman unattractive, but she might be in the mirror like I'm fine
well,
as
let's
fuck.
make it very clear. I
You
think
don't know
there's
what her
beauty in
standards
everybody.
was.
I think it's beauty in everybody.
You don't know what her standards
Do you
were.
understand?
You're assuming she lowered her standards because she's unattractive.
You missed the word may, Dr. Phil.
You're assuming.
I said may.
You're assuming because she's unattractive,
may
she
is
lowered
a
her standards.
possibility.
Why?
but
Because she unattractive?
Listen, I don't want to argue. Yeah, I don't want to go like because you getting off on a tangent when I'm trying to explain to you what I'm saying. And I don't want to get your panties in a bunch like how I'm
That's why I don't wear
doing,
them.
but that's how you wear
That's
them.
why I don't wear them.
I thought this nigga said that's how I wear them. I was gonna say I could see that. I could see that,
I'm sure
but
you could.
I'm saying, right. And I need you. I'm gonna ask you to stop interrupting me because you're making my thoughts go away when I'm trying to say what I say. And I know you
That's because
excited.
your shit's so unfocused.
I know you
You be
excited
all over the place, and it don't be
because
making
you
sense.
keep interrupting me
It
when
don't
I'm
be
trying to
making
get to
sense.
something.
Carry on.
Can I please?
You just started talking to me
Because I'm
because you
asking
lost
you
your
not to
thoughts.
interrupt me. But a woman,
She's so busy worried about my panties. Can't think straight.
that's because you need to dig that wedgie out, bro. Because you up over there
I'm
real
sitting over
tight.
here. I'm sitting over
You
here
over there
calm, cool,
real
and
tight.
collective.
You think you calm,
You-
cool, and collective.
You don't
but
even
listen,
remember what you talking
listen,
about.
Listen, Linda.
Loosen up.
So when I was talking about the state having standards, right?
She may have lowered her
You
standards.
see what I'm saying?
I was trying to help you. She may have lowered
I
her
got
standards.
there. I'm
okay,
there.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Because
Cool,
I
calm,
remember the
and
fuckery
collected.
you talking about.
Triple
That's
C.
how calm I am.
Triple C.
That's how calm I am.
Listen.
I remember the fuckery. So come on, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So if a woman that have standards, am I supposed to stick with this dude if I feel like he's not meeting them? Because that's how I feel. If we saying that a woman that is less attractive or more attractive may not get married before a less attractive woman, then
Are you gonna? I'm sorry.
my reasoning being I'm supposed to just be cool with this guy and not have standards and not get what I want. If I have options, there may be a possibility that Joe might give me what I want. If I'm not fully happy or satisfied, I'm not going to stick around for something that is not filling me up the way that I need to be filled up. That's just the bottom line. So be that as it may, if one happens before the other with, less attractive, more attractive, a less attractive woman, like you mentioned, she may not have no options. So yeah, she may stick around for some stuff and be like, you know what, that's cool. I can deal with that, no problem. Because she don't have no more options. She may feel that this is all she can get. And that's just it. So yeah, she might stick around, but a woman that's more attractive, she's not. And that's just how it is.
You ever seen perfection?
And I'm not speaking on perfection. I'm speaking on something that's a desire, something that an individual feels that they want and they need. It doesn't have to be perfect, but why would I settle for something that I don't want? It has nothing to do with perfection.
Do you
I
think
don't want perfect.
Do you think you're gonna find everything you want in one person?
No, but there are
Then you
different
gonna be
things
single
that
forever.
are. I said no. There are things that are just like not happening. Things that I want that's just not happening.
If you just said yourself, you don't think you're gonna find a man who has everything you want. You're gonna have to settle somewhere.
But it depends on what are you
You're
settling
gonna have
for?
to settle somewhere. So why you knocking her for settling wherever she settled?
I'm not knocking anybody.
But you still picking options.
because
You're
I
gonna
can.
have to settle at some point.
Listen to me. You missing what I'm saying.
Are you gonna have to settle at some
You
point?
missing what I'm saying. It's not about me. It's
Yeah,
what I'm
you're- that's-
settling
you-
for.
But you're settling.
It's
See?
but we're not talking
See?
about me not
Hold on,
settling though.
hold on.
No. We're not
Yes,
talking
that's
about me not settling.
That's exactly what you just did because
I'm talking about things that fill me up because you're missing what I'm saying. If you
No,
listen,
I'm listening.
You
I'm
not.
listening. I'm finna tell you what you said. You
Go
said
ahead.
she's unattractive, so I feel like she may have altered her standards and settled, but since I'm attractive, no, I'm gonna wait because I don't have to settle because I get to pick through these however many men
Yeah.
and I can find what I'm. But you just said you gonna have to settle somewhere, so why you knocking
But what
her for
am
settling?
I settling for? I'm not knocking nobody.
But that's what you doing.
But
You
there are
saying
certain
she settled?
things that
Yeah, she married because she settled.
if I feel
But I ain't
that
settling because I'm attractive. I can pick through these
I
five niggas.
can. Yeah, I can.
But I'm gonna have to settle for something.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's what you
That's
just said.
not what
You just
I'm
said you gonna
saying.
have to settle.
That's not no.
If
and
you're not gonna find all of it, you're gonna have to settle in somewhere, right or wrong.
there are certain
Right or wrong?
things.
Right or wrong?
There are certain
See how
things
she don't want to.
because you're not. That's not what I'm talking about.
That's
So I'm not
exactly
gonna
what you
say if
said. I'm
something
telling
is
you
right or
what you told
wrong.
me to sit here and listen. I'm listening, and that's what
I
you
don't
said.
think you. I don't think you.
So are you
said
gonna have to
all,
settle
bruh.
or not?
That's not what I'm saying. It's not a. It's what am I settling for? I never said that I'm not settling all the way. Right? There are certain things that we want and certain things that I desire in an individual that I'm not settling for.
So how
I'm
you
not
know that
looking
didn't?
for
How you know that didn't happen with the
perfection.
unattractive person?
I didn't say it did. I didn't say it didn't.
But you're sitting here saying she settled,
Yeah, she may have settled there, but you
and
said
you're
it too.
saying you
We
gonna have to
both said it.
settle.
We both
And you're
said it.
saying you gonna have to settle because you ain't nobody gonna meet every expectation. So I'm gonna
I'm
have to
not
settle
saying
somewhere,
that.
but I'm gonna choose where I want to settle. Ain't that what
What's
you
that guy
said?
name that
Is this not what she's saying? Can we run the tape back? Cause I'm just trying to figure out. Cause I'm listening closely.
no, because I feel like
Is somebody gonna
you
meet every
plant.
expectation that you put
Listen,
out there?
I don't need that because that's not what we're talking about.
So are you settling then?
No,
What
I'm
you
not.
doing? If they're not meeting your
No,
expectation, what are you doing?
no.
So you
I'm
gonna be
living
single?
my life
So you gonna be
like
single?
it's golden, baby.
So you gonna be single? So you gonna be single? So you gonna be single?
I'm single by choice.
Okay, and that you should absolutely be single by
I'm rolling
choice.
around.
But
I
that
gotta
has nothing to
piss.
do with the settling thing.
Yeah.
Either you settling or you not.
I
It's
just told
okay if
you.
you don't want to settle,
Thank
but
you.
it's also good
Thank
to know
you.
that you're not gonna find perfection.
You got something.
Anyway, speaking of settling or not settling, more fuckery that I see out here. Let me not say that. So I posted on
Say the truth.
I posted on social media. What is chivalry? Is it dead? Do women even want that anymore? Zero reaction. They don't react to the real shit. They like to react to the bullshit. As you see, cocaine ain't answered yet.
Well, because I want to get the full definition of what chivalry means, in case somebody don't know. Courteous behavior, especially that of a man towards a woman.
So women don't gotta be chivalrous.
So, what was the conversation about?
With the woman,
Yeah.
we want your answer first. Now that you got the definition and the people,
So, what was it? Is it dead?
does chivalry exist?
Does it
Is it
exist?
dead?
I think it.
Do
I think
women
it
even
does.
want it?
I think it exists. I don't. I think women want it for sure. Yeah. I've been treated fairly well.
What is chivalry to you? What that look like?
Mm, what's the word I'm looking for?
Chivalry.
Just being polite, just. So for me, there is it's kind of different because there's a lot of things that I'm used to doing on my own. So it's not an expectation of me, like, oh, I expect this man to do X, Y, and Z. But just be nice, be polite. That's it.
I don't have a rebuttal. It wasn't really much detail in that. I don't know.
Because it's not. I don't really have. I think it's tough to. It's tough to really go into something that.
So this young lady, she gonna tell me
Okay.
that taking out the
Yep,
garbage is
just
chivalry.
Go ahead and interrupt me
Take-
like I wasn't talking.
Taking out, taking your car to get an oil change and get work done on it. That's all chivalry. You agree with that?
I think it's nice, but I also think it's something that I could do myself. So
Everything is something that people can do themselves.
I
Women
don't
cooking,
really-
men can cook, men can clean up, men can wash their clothes.
Sure.
Like, it's really not about whether you can do it yourself or not. We didn't say you
I
were
can't
handicapped.
say if it's chivalry though. Like, Is it?
So it
What do
sounds
you
like
think?
no, that shit don't exist. That's really what it's sounding like.
But what is it? I mean, talk about it because you posted it and you feel passionate about it. So
Oh no, I don't feel that passionate about chivalry.
okay, so get into
I
your
just like to see women perspectives because
okay. Well, what's yours
I feel
then?
like
So
sometimes
let us know then. What does that look like to you?
chivalry.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's not for it to look like anything to me.
you
What
just
we
like to
think of,
hear another person's perspective so that you can argue it, right?
what we think of is opening car doors,
Yeah,
doors to buildings,
chairs, dinner.
pulling chairs out,
Yeah,
supposedly shit like that. You know,
oh, yeah. But what does your wife think? Did y'all have that conversation?
not really. I don't really do those things.
Have you ever?
I open up doors, but like the car door, she usually get to the car way before I do. If it's wet,
I will say this:
snowing,
I do
icy
expect for my door to be
outside,
open.
like shit like that, I'll try to make sure I get there before her because I'm usually at the car and I turned it on so it's warmed up and shit.
Yeah.
But just on the norm, like she walks so fast, so she's usually at the door before me.
I expect for my door to be open. That I do. I don't like touching doorknobs though, so that's kind of like a thing of mine. So even if it's a woman right there, like I'll wait just to see. Like if they open it, cool. If they don't, then I'll touch it. But I always not car doors though. Like I open up my own door, but
Right.
I feel like it hadn't. I don't feel like I don't know any man that has been that way completely. Like even if I'm out with somebody, I think in the beginning stages of a relationship, guys will do that. Like, oh, let me pull your chair out.
I got a
Let me
real
open
question.
your door. Was none of your other questions real?
Yeah, but I got a real question pertaining to this.
What?
Do you think chivalry left when the gender roles left?
I don't know. Talking about the gender roles, like I know that that's something you're really passionate about.
See again. I'm not passionate about
This nigga
gender
passionate about
roles.
all this shit.
No, this is what you
But,
don't get. I'm really not passionate about gender roles. I really could give two fucks about them.
Okay.
My thing is, don't dismiss anything. Like I'll see a woman say, I'm not cooking for no man every day. I'm not washing his clothes. I ain't washing dishes, blah, blah, blah. But then to say, but I'm not touching no garbage. If my car need gas, if I got a man and he don't take it, then what I need him for? What's the difference in a man saying if I got a woman and she ain't cooking, what I need her for? I could cook my own. I can cook for myself.
So I don't know. I don't know when chivalry like died or just stopped existing. But it's possible, I guess, because
Cause if I'm gonna scratch your back, you gotta scratch
I
mine
remember
too.
learning, like when I worked in HR, that there was like a glass ceiling. That was the first time that I ever heard about the glass ceiling, right? Where it's only a certain level that women could get to in corporate. Whereas if you were a man, obviously you had a better opportunity at getting there, right? So
How's that flip now? At least for black women and black men, because y'all are the most educated, right? Most educated.
what? Women are more educated
Black
than men?
women.
Black women are more
Mhm.
educated than men? Than
Black
men?
men. That's the statistics.
Oh no, I wouldn't. I really wouldn't even say that to be true, to be honest, because I know a lot of
You
very
about to-
intelligent guys.
You about the first woman to say that.
No, I have a friend that's like very, very intelligent, and we talk all the time, and I just be like,
Yeah,
where
you talking to
where
him.
you
The
getting that
fuck?
from? Where you
Don't
you know,
insult my
I like,
intelligence. Don't insult my intelligence.
oh, I'm still talking about this dude. I'm like, yeah, I be
Don't
talking
insult
to
my
him like,
intelligence.
I mean, I would say, no, I'm not gonna fry you like that. You have a certain level of intelligence, but
Way higher than you able to. Anyway,
why is it a
carry on.
competition?
Carry on.
Right. But yeah, I learned about that glass ceiling. But
You
to
believe
say
it like that, I like seeing my prey.
has it flipped now?
That's
I don't
what
know.
statistics show.
I don't know. I think, women, I feel like I never looked at it as if it was a competition, right? To say that I can do better, right?
Mm.
I don't look at it like that. It's just that I personally know I can't do everything that a man does. And a lot of things I wouldn't even try. I will try to do something that I feel like I may be afraid to do. Like, oh well, or even if I put it in my mind like I can't do that, I'll still try it at least once. But there are roles that y'all have and things that y'all can do that just, I'm not going to say aren't built for women, because I don't even know if I really believe that. I think anybody could do whatever it is they want to do, at least try to.
No, we can't.
But I don't think that we can be as good possibly. I'm not going to fight a dude. I'm not fighting no dude. No. I'm going to let dudes handle dudes. I already know I wouldn't do that. It's not smart. I don't believe that I could beat up a man, a bigger man than me.
It ain't a lot of women that think that way.
No, some that think what? That they
Shouldn't be fighting men.
Yeah, that's like not smart. I wouldn't even. It ain't something that I'm even interested in doing. But
So the gender roles.
what about them?
There's chivalry.
I don't know.
And,
I don't know if it changed. What do you think? Because I'm not that big into chivalry. I'm not. Like, it holds no value to me. Whether it's like, if this dude don't pull out my chair at dinner, it's a big deal. Or if he don't take out my trash or take my car to get an oil change.
so
Like,
your
this
standards
is my
kind of
car.
low in that sense.
If that's what you want to categorize it as, maybe, I guess. But because it ain't that deep to me. Like, it's my car. I drive my car, not my man. So I'm going to go take it to get an oil change or gas or air in my tires. Like,
Even if you got a man,
yeah, I've had a man before, and
he let you do all that shit yourself.
yeah.
And he was available
he's,
to do it.
I don't know. I don't remember. But it was something that I went and did myself, though. It wasn't like I was like, babe, can you take my car to get an oil change? And he was like, nah.
Y'all didn't talk like, oh yeah, my car needs an oil change, no shit like that.
Nah, it was just,
You just got up and
I'm about
did
to
it.
go take my car to get an oil change. Or maybe I did say it like, yeah, I'm finna go. I need to get an oil change. He wasn't never like, oh, I'll take it. My sister who's married, that's the thing with her and her husband. Her car had been needing to get fixed, and they were like going back and forth because he never took it to get fixed. And he been told her that he was going to do it. He don't want her to do it.
Right.
I dare you to go get this car fixed after I told you that I was going to go get it done.
I'm going to lay hands on you.
And I was like, okay. I don't understand that.
I feel the same way.
I mean, that's cool. I think it's cool for whoever it works for. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Kind of like you feel like you're not going to fight a man. Why I want my wife or woman in like a fucking greasy ass car shop if I can go and do that? Or dealing with people in the, like, for what?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool. Like I said, if that works, I think it's cool. And if you don't have a problem with doing certain things, whatever it is, however it is in your relationship, then that's just what it is. You have some men that are more traditional like that, though, that feel that that's what they should be doing, taking out the trash. It sounds traditional to me.
I see a lot of women say they want that old school relationship, and I feel like they full of shit.
Explain.
Because with that old school relationship came a lot of hardships, a lot of unconditional love that people ain't willing to deal with now.
If you ain't treating nobody different, then nobody knows whether it's conditional or not, or unconditional. I'm just saying. All good things come to an end, like this pod. So I feel like we gonna start wrapping it up and let Menimist Punk go home, and I don't know what he need to do, but he was kind of hot today, y'all. So he always say he chilling.
That's how I do.
It's kind of it chilled off. It cooled off a little bit now.
I'm passionate.
That was protruding
I'm passionate
from his skin cells.
We all would like to thank you for listening to Save It for the Booth. Got another episode coming very soon. Until next time, guys.